Since we can't go the way we're going, I guess we'll go this way. And we look, we walk over here. It must have come from someplace, right? So there's something. Ta-da! Okay,
The
blue.
clown had fled into this alley, but there was no sign of him now. I was intrigued by Nico and what she could tell me about the explosion.
Is that why? Okay, alright, so the clown disappeared in here.
I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe. I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops.
Okay.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
Yuck. I think down here, but I'm just making sure I don't miss something, because I have a really bad habit of missing something. And I don't think there's any, like, dead ends in this game. So I think whatever we need to find, we will find.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like
I got the tar scared out of me with the cat.
I'd had it with sticking my nose into French trash cans.
Bottle, a box. This.
There was nothing of interest.
anything in that big dumpster. Suspicious.
Nope. That is a nothing. We kicked this thing.
It was a plastic crate.
Gotta remember to the left.
It was a battered old trash can.
There's nothing there. We scared the cat out of the way. And other than that,
I'd had it with sticking my nose into French trash cans.
alright. I'm guessing this is like a manhole cover. Or like a manhole. The sewer, if you will.
The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
Well, we certainly haven't found anything in this to lift anything with.
The drain pipe hung limp and useless.
We pulled on the grate. He's got his laptop and he's clicking. Well, it's extreme. We're trying to talk to people and talk to the thing. Okay, is
The table had been overturned by the...
there a table? Maybe, no, hold on, that's back where we were. Maybe we will,
Did you not find anything in there?
not really, just found that he didn't escape through the drain pipe, and he didn't, and the grate is securely locked in place. We-
Well,
Oh, you know what? You might be right.
because it would seem odd that they would bother with an area you could do anything.
I was kind of hoping that there would be like, there's an impression, stick it in
I lifted
here.
the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Ask anytime you need a hint. Okay. Thank you. We appreciate that. Well, don't say you didn't go someplace different in France there, George. Something's on the ground. Maybe it's the costume. I'm here just watching. Okay. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that.
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn.
Oh, it's pom pom.
It was the clown's
Oh,
red nose.
Okay. Okay, look at
The nose was hollow. Printed on the inside were the words La Risée du Monde, Paris. It was a bright red plastic nose, part of a clown's costume.
But we did find where it was made. There we go. Ooh, there's something here. I love when you could like find something.
Wink, wink,
Oh,
wink,
yes.
wink, 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 wink,
Have a
wink,
little
wink,
I
bit.
wink.
scooped up
Wink.
beside
Little
my
bit.
Hello, Wink. Welcome
It
to
was
the
cold
stream.
and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Hello, Winkers. Look at you got the little crazy train emblem on your Thank you for the host, Danielle.
I took hold of the
appreciate
scrap
that.
of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Okay. We found part of the clown. Thank you for following. Appreciate that too. Welcome aboard the crazy train.
It was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer.
Okay. So the material, I think, is part of the clown outfit, right?
It was the scrap of material.
Go up. Hello.
Hi there.
Hold it right there, you sewer rat.
Sewer rat.
I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
He's like, I'm touching you.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that.
All right, well, I'll help myself out.
Keep your
here.
distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
You're looking for, oh, well,
Terrorists. The meanest, nastiest, dirtiest bunch of guys you ever saw.
Ah, Englishmen without a doubt. The filthy dogs. The day
Surprised
they
you didn't say
opened that tunnel was a bad day for France, I tell you. If I still had the full use of my faculties, I'd march right over there and tell them so.
Well, whoever they are, they blew up the cafe.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu! That is awful.
The guy who did it was a calculating, cold-blooded killer. He was disguised as a clown. I followed him into the sewer, and I think he came this way.
Ah, mon Dieu! Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league
why would
with
I
him.
ask?
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Oh, the clown.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
And the, about the clown nose?
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
Do you recognize this material?
It's our curtains.
I am not telling you anything.
Kappa.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Not the
Yes.
same thing.
Ah, that's what you say.
Hey, Winkers. All right, how about Plutard?
Does the name
Or
Plantard mean anything
Plantard.
to you?
I keep
No,
calling
it doesn't.
Plutard.
Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Bravo! Ah, you need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
you know anything about this?
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
Just as I thought. You were up to no good down those sewers, weren't you?
One slip and I would have been up to my neck.
In something else.
Ask him about the suitcase.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Well, I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Too late, I'm already friends with them. Card.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Oh, now he's helpful. I guess I should have given him my card first, huh?
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an arm lock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no! He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Okay. How about Plantar?
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Was the guy you saw...
Why, yes.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Okay, what is...
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
I love when you can click on these items, and I like the last game. Spoiler alert! The most recent one I played, I think, was 2, and like within this last century, and actually it was 5 years or so, and I walked around with the panties, giving the panties to everybody, trying to figure out where the panties go.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I
Oh
found.
my God! Why didn't you help me
I
the first time?
recognize that pattern anywhere.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Okay, here's the deal. Why would you send the jacket for repair?
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck.
Anything more about the jacket?
Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Yeah, I think.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Okay, I think we have gone the gamut with this.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur.
Vraiment?
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Okay, so now we know the card counts.
So the clown had escaped into the sewer,
Oh, look at this
come
was with
up
the door
into the
we
courtyard,
went through.
and then slipped back into the street here. Now, it wasn't much, but it was more than the cops had got.
I'm actually thinking I'm going to be calling Nicole Collard here. Met a very cute photojournalist called Nicole Collard. She works for La Liberté, some type of newspaper. She knew something about whoever planted the bomb, but wasn't giving much away. But she gave me her phone number. Met an old guy in the courtyard near the cafe. He saw a man running away after the bomb blast wearing the jacket made of the same material I found in the sewers. He gave the jacket away straight away, but I've got the phone number of the tailor who made it, so I might have him. Safe? Trying to think what I should say. I was gonna do next.
Clowning around.
Yeah. Right. Clowning around. That works. You guys concur? That's a good save game? Alright, we have something we can call Nico Collard right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. We can tell her the guy got... Oh, we can call the tailor.
Hello?
Also call
Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Okay, hang on. Yes, Winkers, we are playing Broken Sword, Shadows of the Temple. Shadow of the Temple.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
In your
I told you,
coat?
I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
You faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
All right, how about the clown?
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
I know nothing about no stinking clown.
Inventory.
Not this time. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's dead.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Yeah, Todrick. Thanks a lot, Todrick. Okay, but we can call Nico Collard. We want to call her anyway. Oh, we can actually call him back. Guess what,
Maybe
Todrick?
ours.
Later. We'll probably have to call him back. Maybe after we talk to Nico.
Hello, Nico Collard.
Hello? It's George.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come over.
Okay.
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder Carchon? Why did Carchon ask for me to interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there, but who was on which side? One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
See, that's the thing. I don't think she would leave it unresolved. A, she is an investigative reporter. B, her father is somehow involved. And she's going to want to know, how is her father involved? Oh, okay. Okay. So... Okay, so they have been watching me. Will they come after me now? Need to get the story published right away. Ronnie will love it. Can't believe it. Ronnie spiked the story. Someone powerful got to him. Someone connected with Carchon and this whole nasty business. My big break, and now I must let it go. So then meeting Plantard, explosive results. A ride to meet Plantard. Turns out the cafe had been blown up. Plantard is the latest victim of the costume killer. Will I be next? Met an American guy, George, who was caught in the blast. He's keen to find out what happened. I gave him my phone number. I hope that wasn't a mistake. Last thing I need is someone pestering me. George called. He found some clues. I invited him over this afternoon. I need to find out for myself before he arrives. Should I go to the police? Can I trust them? Glad to have someone else investigating. All right.
My old table had seen better days. I was beginning to know how it felt. It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
Okay, so it's not for me to take a picture of my father with me.
You have no messages.
No messages. There's something over here. What about that? What about that? That elephant we found. She said they had a matching one. See?
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
did find this gold key, but that's to a door. I don't think that that's gonna work. Hey, I'm all about lock picking. I thought maybe I'd pick this box. And that's a safe key. I can't see how any of this is going to be useful. Would be nice if you just said no. No, you got it wrong, Mel. Oh, hold on, something. Okay. Well, obviously we haven't found, I don't believe we found the key to open up this little box.
The box was one of the few things my father left me.
Okay, so the box is a few things your father left me. So we clicked on the elephant, but it's not. There's a hole. There's a hole for a key, and I don't.
The
believe
box was carved by my father. It never had a key.
It never had a key, so we haven't really found anything.
It was the beautiful elephant my father had carved.
Nothing you can. When you. Why went I went over there? Did I turn it?
What's that little gold?
That's the key to the house, to the one door in the Clarkson's house.
So can you actually open it?
It's not like a. It's not like a. I tried it. It's not like it's a skeleton key or anything like that.
Open the box.
The box.
It's locked.
The box was one of the few things my father. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
No, see, there's nothing to open.
Oh, right here.
I've done both.
Click.
I did this. It didn't do anything. It just goes past it. And like I said, she doesn't tell you that it's nah, you got it wrong or anything like that. And I kept seeing like this reverse, and I thought maybe it was something I could flip over.
No.
Okay, that's what I was trying to do. Personally, I just don't think we have what it takes to get in there. I tried.
The box was one of the few things my father. The elephant on the.
Because I thought so too. I thought, well, maybe I'll just pick it. But she's not. No. Not at this time. Okay. Okay. Let's look around our place here.
My first Teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him.
Something else. That's my dad's. If I can go into a different part of the room. Which already did operate that though. If I did, that's kind of.
I really do not know where we are going, but I pray to
You
God that we are
have no
gonna get
messages.
there.
That's not it.
Stay with me, don't leave me where you going. I can't be left alone out of my own head.
That's my dad.
It was a photograph.
That's a photo of my dad. That's a phone. Who showed me this desk? Maybe we have to leave. I don't know. But I wouldn't know where to go. Maybe I'd call my editor. No, I think, even though there's a phone there.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
Okay, so she didn't want to call anybody. What if we just try to leave? And I don't know, start talking to people or something. I don't know.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me. I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Oh, just a wild guess.
It's gonna be blind.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous.
That's the waitress at the cafe?
I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine.
Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Flora the flower seller tells me that a girl who looked like me broke into my apartment. She must have planted a bug, which is how Plantard knew about the Spike story. Maybe Plantard was scared and wanted to talk to me and tell me what was really going on. Cauchon's organization has kept me under surveillance, but has not chosen to kill me. How about the costume killer? There's some kind of war going on. I don't know how or why I'm involved. I was wondering if I take any flowers. I'm 90% that sure.
It was my neighbor, the so-called psychic.
And I'm pretty sure we don't have anything more to talk about.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
The woman who claimed to be my cousin. Could you describe her again?
Well, she was your height, her hair lighter than yours, but otherwise she was very like you. But with impeccable manners, of course.
I bet. What do you think of this carving?
It's nice, but I wouldn't flash it around this neighborhood.
I took this stone cylinder from a safe.
Interesting. Let me give you a word of advice. If you ever want to know what is written on it, you should smear it with paint and then roll it on paper.
What?
It's a gift, mademoiselle. I never question.
Oh, I love it.
What do you make of this message?
It will take you on a journey that begins
She's supposed
where
to be
it
a psychic.
ends. In
Why not,
laughter and in tears, in sadness and in joy.
You got all that from this paper?
No, it's from a song. I heard it on the radio this morning.
It wouldn't be sensible to let her know about Cauchon. No. Take a look at this cloth.
It was once very beautiful. With a little work, it could make rather a nice hat.
I know. People have no respect these days, do they?
Love it. Love it.
Ever seen a safe key like this?
In my business, I don't come across many safes.
I don't suppose you're any good at unraveling codes.
My beautiful grandmother was a cryptologist for the Resistance. But all I inherited were her good looks.
What do you think of my hair clip?
Very nice. One day I might be able to afford one of those, mademoiselle.
These interactions.
Do you know anything about this boat ticket?
No, mademoiselle. I am not a tourist office.
No, just the information booth.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Okay, so now we know someone was in our apartment.
So,
We need to
where
figure
had my
out.
pretty new cousin hidden her little bug, eh? I was going to have to search everywhere.
Teddy
Right.
bear.
Now we look everywhere.
Teddy bear.
Teddy bear.
My first teddy, undisturbed.
In our room? No. No. Seems like it would be in the phone, you know?
Okay, look at the phone.
Well, I'm gonna look at the dad's other phone, other stuff too. The problem is, I already picked up these items, so I disturbed them.
Yeah, now she knows
It was a photograph of my father. They hadn't placed the bug on the photo.
You have no messages.
Okay.
No messages for me. No one had hidden a bug on the machine.
Hi, Serena. We're so glad to see you tonight. Thank you so much for being
I
here.
know it's a beige
One of
game,
my
but the
VIP
mix in French,
very
English in the
important
same
people like
combo
you.
is annoying. Hey, Serena.
So glad to see you. Have a great time.
You leave your heart at my door.
I am gonna check the phone. Because if I was a guy, if I was a bugger, I would put it in the phone.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
I want to check the dog.
Loving you ain't so easy when you push me out, push me away.
Oh my god, just shut it off.
I really do not know where we are going, but I pray to God.
I didn't realize there were gonna be that much radio.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
Okay.
The phone was
Every
the
time
obvious
you
place to
come
look for a bug,
around,
but this
boy.
handset hadn't been opened for years. Besides, they would have just bugged the line.
At my
Near the desk.
and I can't tell what you're thinking. Are you staying? Are you leaving?
Holy crap.
I really do not know where we are going, but I pray to God that we are gonna get there. Said you call, but you never did. But
Okay, good. Okay.
every time you come around, boy,
Just look at
I don't want this
you
copyrighted
leave your
music on
heart
my
at
damn
my
screen.
door.
That's why I'm trying to get it off.
And I can't tell what you're thinking. Are you staying? Are you leaving, boy? And every time I try to read your mind, boy,
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
you turn away. But you're acting shy, boy. I can't tell.
I'm gonna leave. I'm hoping to come back in and the radio will be off. Okay? Alright, now let's look at the table of the desk. I don't even know what that music is. I don't know the song. Hopefully it's not.
No bug. Just a 20-year-old piece of gum.
Maybe it's on the box. Maybe they put it in on, maybe they put it on the box.
The box was one of the few things my father left me, but that small metal disc underneath it in the chest was a recent addition.
We got the bug. The last thing we looked at. So how do you transfer through your inventory so you can actually see the next page?
Pick up the box.
Okay, hold on. Let's do that.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key.
So what is the turning it around?
The box, the elephant on the... But that small metal disc underneath it in the chest was a recent addition.
So what if we...
The box was one of the few things... The elephant on the...
Okay, we know where the bug is. So maybe we can't get the bug off. Maybe, we just know it's there. I mean, it'll work both ways. What else does she want to do with this thing? That's not it.
He said it looked like there was a way to.
Well, that's what I was wondering what that little was, and
The box was carved by my father.
it's like if you had the elephant okay, if you have what do we have here that can help us to flip this sucker over? It's like, what if you click on
The
look?
box was one of the few... The elephant on the lid. The box was one of the... The elephant... The box was one of the few things my father... The elephant on the lid was a perfect...
Maybe that key is a skeleton key. Or you can pry the elephant. I don't know.
It was the beautiful elephant my father had carved.
And there's a reason why when we do this, we're seeing that.
The box was one of... The elephant on the lid.
Maybe we need to call
The box was one of the few things my father left
He
me.
doesn't have a cell phone. I don't know how we're going to get hold of it. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
there it is.
chère cousine. You left me a little present. You shouldn't have.
Got it. It just wasn't on the box. It was inside the big box. We're going to destroy it.
You don't scare me. Asbestos.
We washed in the sink. Garbage. Compacted it. Okay. Now it's just a matter of doing a little bit more in a thing where we had already clicked and found nothing. They added that little bug. So,
The interface is a little occasionally.
I like it though. I mean, obviously I like it because I played it before. But I mean, I thought you would. Please don't click everything. Unless we need to, for some particular reason. We're still clowning around. I don't know how many save parts you have, so.
That's cool. Actually, how far?
Okay. Now I'm going to try see if we do need to use the phone or something like that. Now, is there somebody we
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
can call? So we can go this way. So, not too unsimilar to Gabriel Knight. We have our map. That's the cafe, the Cajon residence, and Rougerie. We want to go there, isn't that? Oh no, that's where we live. Okay, never mind. Because I remember that. I knew that somebody had that address. Let's go back to the cafe. And maybe we will find something else.
The door was locked. There was a small door set into the entrance gates, but nothing to say who lived there. Hello, could I ask you some questions?
Is that the guy that was in the hole?
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story. Tell me, are you related to the workman I saw digging the hole?
Don't talk to me about flobage. Pah!
Okay.
He just won a fortune on the horses and he won't give me a cent.
Well, it's his money.
When he was broke, he was happy to touch me for a loan. Brothers should look after each other, he used to say. He's changed his tune, now he's brassed up.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
The heroes who pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to do my hair.
You don't scare me. Stop seriously with the French. What is the French made game? So that's
The
why they
police
put a little
have
French
removed
in
the
there.
body, but nothing else looked disturbed.
All right. Take. Somehow we're grabbing before we even look to see what things are.
Some journalists drink on the job, not me. It was a brandy bottle. One piece of glass survived. The rest had been smashed to pieces. Oops, stupid thing.
Oh, fine. It's a puzzle.
A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes.
I thought we were going to be putting together a mirror puzzle.
Yeah, kind
You know. Okay, so behind the pipe.
Behind the table were some damaged pipes. Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence. Some kind of pouch. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Cochon's organization. I was on the right track.
So he must have shoved it into the wall before. That's really odd.
There was nothing of interest beyond some bloody debris.
Okay.
Odd hole.
Well, that's...
Pick it up or something.
No, she keeps saying that that journalists don't drink. She doesn't bring up the job or whatever.
Some journalists drink on the job, not me.
She says it's a bottle of brandy.
On the pouch was the cross symbol of Cochon's organization. Inside the pouch were two items, a strange metallic artifact and a letter in some kind of code.
Here we go again.
Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Cochon.
Yay! Here we go again. Ready? Yeah, but they can make a sentence fully in French or a sentence fully in English. Stop mixing both languages in the sentence. Yeah. All right. Here we go again.
Different. Okay.
E. Let's start with the E. Is there any other occurrences of it?
Down. About that, but at the bottom, there's kind of circular things.
Okay. And, in. I'm going to try this as being N. Let's start with that as N. So upside down U and an N. And maybe call this something on, in, and. Why would you send a sentence in and? You'd add the sentence in like, would you end it as in? On?
And then there's this thing I'm trying to figure out. It's like a little
An A or an I.
A or an I, but why is there like a little apostrophe?
Okay, so we know that this is not and, then if this is A. Let's start with the logical thing. Let's start that maybe being an A. That it could, if it ended A. And how many things end in A? Pa, ma. Not a whole lot of things end in A. So let's try this.
Just trying to
Be
figure
an
out why there's.
I.
Just figure out why there's an apostrophe unless it's representing something.
Duh. French. Oh, hold on, I did it wrong. Like, except that this doesn't make sense. Dig, it'd be dig or den, or but nothing else really would work. E. I'm trying to think of like, but wouldn't the apostrophe be after anyway? So maybe that doesn't make any sense. S-O. So.
Be so in
Okay, let's try S, for example. What's this word new into the puzzle? So, I mean, it's a period. So I start out sentences with so and
Or
so
it could be
blah blah
and.
blah.
And something.
Okay. Okay, so and man. Too many possibilities there. At.
Still am.
Am something? And start a sentence.
Which is a question.
At blah blah. At. I'm gonna think maybe we're gonna try with the T. Yeah, because that's a lot of letters. If we were to assume this was I, so I at doesn't make much sense. Or how about I am? Maybe it's am, like you said.
There.
Back out completely, but
Yeah, the bottom right one.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Of ye, B-E, something be, shall be, the, or and. So to me, that's 3 letters there. So maybe we can try that as and. Last time that was a. Where's that little? Or R. This one here. This?
W. Q.
If you have that be an N. No. How do I turn off the Seriously, and. Samara. Remember the other Yamada? Okay, so let's put that one as Y. There aren't too many Y's in this thing. But then this one here would be, is it M? Was R. So this doesn't make any sense. Because we're assuming that it's an N-D-A-N-D. Ant? The symbol who appear most is always A and E. Generally. Yamada? Is it duh? Is it maybe it?
Well, go back.
Yeah, because that symbol. Hold on. And Yamada. It's probably Yamada. We're thinking Yumera, but it might be Yamada. Yeah, it was, I can't remember, Samara, I thought it was Samara and Yamada or something like that. I don't know if that's in her book or not.
I had decrypted the note. Pierre. Full report to follow.
Arno.
But this